Welcome our dear viewers after watching this lovely report. Today we have a special guest with us, Dr. Hessa Alhunaidi. She holds a PhD in psychology in the information age and will share with us knowledge about different things regarding attention span, regarding the new technology, how it's affecting the brains of the students and how it's becoming very challenging for us to focus. How do university students today struggle with maintaining concentration in your opinion?
First of all, hi, thank you for having me. It is one of the biggest challenges that we are living in the information age, that university students are lacking or are unable to focus or pay attention for a long time span. Because of the distraction or let's say the information overload they're facing, there is an overabundance of information that is definitely affecting their attention and affecting the information receiver.
And I think that's like really one of the challenges for a lot of presenters, also like people who like to train, give workshops. When they attend like a lecture full of students or maybe like participants, they cannot maybe stand like period of time like 15 minutes without anyone taking their phone, scrolling.
Exactly. Yes.
It's affecting a lot.
Exactly. Me as a university professor, that's one of the biggest challenges I've been facing. But definitely you have to explain the expected behaviors of the students, explain for them that we know that information age definitely is affecting our attention span, but they have to make their best and be the one in controlling or using
controlling the attention of the students,
controlling their phone usage. That's what I keep telling them. It's a tool, it's an amazing tool, but I have to be the one in control, not letting the tool control my use.
Exactly, that will be really helpful. And also we as teachers, we should also take participation in that. Maybe like using some PowerPoint, some things that can give them like instant gratification and also like keep their attention with us.
Definitely, that's one of the very important things that we have to keep in mind, that teaching methodology has to be different. Student has now different techniques or ways of learning. We have to adapt with them.
To adapt.
Yes.
That's really awesome. And talking about adaptation, today like in the world of online, you know, like internet and online is interfering with the students' ability to focus. So what are some challenges in that term?
Well, there is lots of challenges students are facing, definitely with the university professors or faculty or even any teaching level. We have to understand that internet has reshaped our brain, have rewired it. Our attention span is smaller. We're always craving or in an urge or looking for a new information, an instant feedback from anything. Exactly. But we have to understand that this is not the right way of learning. We have to learn that learning comes in a focus or attention environment that you can retrieve information, repeat it, understand it, let it, let's say, sink, give it some time, and then retrieve it again to understand it in the right way.
Method they've been using back in the days when they were like trying to let the people or the students learn Quran. Yeah. They do like the repetition.
Recitation, yes.
Exactly,
yes,
and they're drilling also.
Yes, definitely. And we have to understand that if we want an information to really learn it, we have to give it some time. It has to sink in. And what we're doing with this very instant or very fast pace of learning, we're just moving from one task to another without thinking about it, or let's say take it to a critically thinking stage.
Exactly, like have a discussion about it, so it can like really have great roots, deep roots.
Yes. Where
like the information become even bigger, and it creates, I think, neurons, right?
Exactly.
The more neurons they have, the more it will really be drilled in the brain.
The human brain is fascinating, and it always develops itself. And we have what's called the neuroplasticity, where there is always a room or a place where your brain gonna learn, gonna do a new connection, and unlearn things. That's the interesting part of it.
That's really cool. And when we talk about learning, during like the time for school, some students they have the think of like multitasking.
Yeah.
If I do this task, like doing the homework right now, and then I have another project to work on, and then I have third project, like they shift between tasking. They call it multitasking, as you know. So do you think like multitasking is really a great tool, or it can be a destructive tool?
Definitely, it's a myth. you definitely wouldn't be able to learn if you're multitasking. Whenever you need to learn, you need to focus on just one thing. Pay attention for it, give it your full attention, just to help your brain to move it from the short-term memory to the long-term memory. That's what's going to help us. But whenever you're distracted, your mistakes going to be more. You wouldn't understand things better. You wouldn't be even learning.
Even learning.
Yeah.
Of course, and I think I learned that information in a book called Deep Work.
Yeah.
Where you can enter really a flow zone.
Flow zone, yeah. Without feeling of the time. Yes. Just enjoying the task you're doing. Yeah.
That's really cool. And how does like a constant comparison between social media and also like between focusing could affect the student himself?
You're just like jumping from one place to another. Definitely, there is an urge, and we have to understand that social media is designed in a way that it pulls our attention, and they've been updating it every now and then, just to make sure how they let you to spend more time. Yeah, on their platforms. But we have to understand social media wouldn't never replace real life interaction. It wouldn't even feed your social needs. It would be good for a real life going relationship, but whenever the relationship is just only on social media,
it will not thrive.
Exactly, it is not feeding our social needs. When we're talking about studying, it's number one, distraction. It's good to have breaks, but if you're having the breaks every 5 minutes, that's too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
So just take like short period of break.
Definitely. If you want to learn, you need to have breaks, but breaks after half an hour or 20 minutes of completely focus, and then 10 minutes, which we recommend you moving, going around, and doing some physical activities, but definitely not only spending or scrolling on social media. Yeah.
That's a really great tip for all those who are watching us. And when we talk about like social media, there's something that's really related to it, which is overload.
Yeah.
Information overload. How can we control information overload, or how can we avoid it so we can be really effective and also like produce a lot? Yeah.
So information overload is stress state. It's the overabundance of information. It's that it affects our concentration, our ability to take a decision of thinking or processing information in the proper way. We have to understand that we have a capacity or a limit of 5 to 7 new information in one time. So whenever it is exceeding, that's information overload. And lots of people feel that they have a brain fog or they're not able to concentrate. That's due to one of the causes is information overload. So what you need to do is always make sure you're taking the lead, you're always controlling, and limit whatever noise is around you. When I say noise, I don't mean only noise like the physical noise by meaning unnecessary information.
That's really great to know. Like information overload, we need like to take a pause and not like just grab all the information. Because on the other hand, some people, they like to be productive.
Yes.
So they think, okay, I'm gonna watch this podcast, like it's really positive, and then I'm gonna jump into this book, and then I'm gonna jump into like different TV show about like great information. So that could be like it has a positive outcome, but in real life it's considered also like information overload.
Exactly. It is. We have to understand that our brain is somehow like our stomach. We cannot just take more than the limit or the ability that we can digest. So if you eat too much, that's going to be what you wouldn't be able to move. Exactly.
The same.
Exactly the same. We can understand it with the information overload. You're putting just too much information. Your brain is not able to process.
That's really lovely. I love like the metaphor, like how you connected the stomach by eating and also like feeding your brain without information.
And also we have to understand that whenever you're feeding your brain, you're feeding it with the most valuable information. We have to choose the right information that's going to help our brain to connect, to understand things, to have in-depth understanding of things.
That's of course like a great tip. And I personally have learned a lot about it. Thank you so much.
Very good.
Of course. And now like talking about spinning, you know, like on the phone or staying like studying, some people, they have like this metaphor or like this myth in the past. If you study hard, that means like you have to stay late at night and do your best. But is that really healthy? And would that like help in our performance?
Just imagine your brain is just like any electrical tool that has been running all the time. Would it give you the best outcome?
Of course,
definitely no. Just like you're running the car the whole time, the engine going to be very high, or it wouldn't even work very well. The same to our brain. It needs to rest. And the amazing thing that we have to know about is sleeping, and that's what I tell my students in the final and the midterm time. Your brain needs to sleep well, because it's going to do the best job when it's sleeping. It's going to connect the information, remove unnecessary information, and then it's going to give you the best results in your exam. And I've seen good students doing horrible, sadly and unfortunately very bad results in the exam. And the first question I ask them, were you sleeping? And they say no, we were up all night.
All right.
And they think that they're doing the maximum effort. But definitely this is gonna affect their results.
Their results. And also like back in the days, we have this poems, you know. No one can succeed until they like stay up at the night, like من تعب ونال وسهر الليالي.
Yes. We thought this is the right way, but we have to understand our brain needs to rest, to digest the information, to remove unnecessary information, to make sure that the information is there in the proper way, so you can recall it
recover
easily.
And be like ready for the day. And talking about being ready, what are some positive ways students can use to improve their mental health?
Well, definitely stay hydrated, sleep well, eat healthy food, move, exercise. I know it sounds very traditional, but that's the best approach.
Of course. And in terms of like, we're going to go from like individuals to like more broader aspect regarding institutions, universities, what they can do to help students, you know, to limit the distractions and keep them like in a good shape for studying and focusing.
Well, that's the first thing we have to do. We have to be aware of the challenges that we are in. We are in the information age where information is there available. People can learn very easily, but the overabundance of information gonna be as a barrier where the student wouldn't be able to learn. So we have to make sure that we deliver this information to the student. Those smartphones can be a barrier for you that wouldn't help you to learn or to even get whatever goal you're thinking of. Always be in control. Always control it. Whenever there is a room of using it, definitely use it. But whenever you're in a learning stage, keep it away. Use it only for emergency.
Of course. And when we talk about like information over age and also like modernize, there's something like taking aspect in every field, which is AI.
Yes.
So how can AI be a tool, aiding tool for students?
Yeah. AI is something amazing, blowing, mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing,
yeah,
yes.
You just would ask any question and the same moment, same second, he would just...
professional level answer.
Yeah, professional level answer, exactly. But this is what is standing in the way of learning. That's what I tell my students. I would ask you not to use AI, not because it's bad, but you are in a stage of learning. You need to learn. Just like if we're talking about elementary students, would I give them a calculator? No, I would ask them to learn the subtraction, the multiplication, just understand the steps.
The concept.
Yes, and then whenever you're like graduating or you're doing a project, you need a framework or so on, you can use it, but don't rely on it, because this definitely going to affect your critical thinking skills. You wouldn't be able to learn. You'll be relying on AI. Some
people might think the other way. They might say like AI could offer me like a lot of, you know, perspective and horizons to choose from, like a broadening my view on the point itself.
Yes, definitely, it is helpful, and we cannot stand against it. It's there now everywhere, but we have to learn that we are in a learning stage. I have to learn the best of it. I have to learn how to do it myself, and then I would consult AI or like refer to it for just some polishment. But I wouldn't let them do the whole work for me.
Of course. And now with the, like as you see right now, the information overload, and also like the distraction gap that students have. What's your vision for the future regarding education?
So definitely, I wouldn't stand in the face of internet or AI. They are there. We have to make the best out of them. But definitely, this brain needs to be fed with the right information, with the most valuable information. Always be picky in choosing the right information that you want to put in your mind. It's not about a stage where I'm just fascinated of how fast is the movie going or the video or that piece of information. I have to critically think about it to make sure, is that the right information? Is there any other opinions, and so on.
A great answer.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hessa Alhunaidi, for being with us here and also like enlightening us about AI, about internet and information overload and the challenges that our students are facing. And you give us like a lot of practical points and also like advices to help us be ready to challenge internet without staying out completely like away from it, but also having this great balance between internet and also being productive. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Marzouk. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, dear viewers, after this interesting interview, we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to be back. Stay tuned.